Hey guys, coming to you from Meadows. It is hot out, and I have wet hair because I haven't showered since Wednesday, and it is now Sunday. It's hot here, and I also have sexy man voice because the sore throat that I had mentioned earlier is now losing my voice. I feel fine otherwise, which is kind of hilarious. I just sound like a man. And when we were in the grocery store yesterday, it was hilarious because my voice was cracking like a 13-year-old boy. So that was rather entertaining. I feel fine otherwise. Hopefully it'll go away in a few days. I have no idea what is going on with my voice, so bear with me. So the last horse just ran cross country, and we just watched the advanced show jumping finish up, so the event's pretty much done. In the advanced division, Canadian riders took first and fifth, so go Canada, that's pretty awesome. It's a really neat horse here. It's twisty-turny, lots of rocks, as you can see. They've had a ton of rain, and it's usually not this grassy and green, but it's awesome. The horses love it. There's so much grass for them to graze on. So it's been lovely weather all weekend, so you can't complain too much about that. For me and Twiggy, we started off with dressage on Friday, and we had a spectacular warm-up. I was really, really happy with our warm-up. We've been battling a bit of a sore back this past week after we arrived, so I had her massaged and PMF done on Wednesday night after we got here. We arrived Wednesday. Twiggy got her treatment Wednesday night. Thursday I rode her and she felt pretty good, just sort of a light, maybe for 20 minutes. I just hopped on her just to see how she felt. She felt good. And then our dressage warm-up was awesome. So awesome. And I wish we could have taken that into the ring because she was nice and relaxed and supple. And yeah, all the things you want for dressage. And we went to the ring, which was sort of, you had to go across the road on a little trail, and they come out in a brand new spot, and she woke up and was like, ah! So our actual test was fairly tight and tense, and she was pretty quick through the whole thing. But that's okay. We didn't get the greatest score in the world. Actually, it was pretty horrendous, but that's baby horses for you. And it's really difficult for horses coming right out of winter. Like, a week and a half ago, we were still in minus 30, and we'd been riding inside winter. And then come here, you're outside, you have a long trail to ride. It's a new place, exciting things going on. So, yeah, often the first test of the year is not what you would hope it would be. But that's horses, though, right? And our cross country looked pretty straightforward for a training course. It's our last one before we move up to prelim at Galway. So Saturday we ran cross country. Heat of the afternoon, 2:30. Twiggy felt a little lazy. Not lazy. She felt sort of lazy for her, which is not lazy at all, because she's a fairly hot horse. But it was nice because we sort of just loped around. I actually had to put my leg on and ride her. She was a bit wiggly for the first part of the course, and then we got it sort of sorted out, and she was really super through everything. Answered all the questions right. Once we got into our rhythm, we were golden, and she sort of loped around, nice, easy double clear, so I was really happy about that. And then this morning we did stadium, a little bit earlier, thank goodness, so it was a bit cooler out. And it was actually, I was really happy with our course. We had 2 rails, but they were really minor rails. There were a couple of spots I sort of cut a little bit too much to the inside or outside, and I could have just had a little bit better approach, and those were the spots where we had the rails. It wasn't anything fantastic, just a little rub and the rail rolled out of the cup. But she was relaxed, she was rhythmic, she was listening to me, and I thought it was a fairly good round for us coming out of the dead of winter just a short time ago. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the weekend. We're staying tonight, and we're going to school cross country tomorrow in the morning and just do a few things. Just while we're here, say the other option would be we go home, horses get a few days, and then we come back later this week or early next week, which is sort of a pain because that involves packing up our entire trailer and house again, and just for a day trip, so we're not planning on anything too spectacular tomorrow. I want to school some of the prelim stuff, prelim lines, and then the intermediate water line, which I'll walk over and show you guys, it's a really fun, you jump in over a jump through the water, and then you have a bank up, and then one stride, and then a log, and a bank down into the other water, and then I think we have a skinny coming out. So that bank complex looks really fun, and with Twiggy, the more banks we can do, the better, because that was the one thing she was a little green and awkward about last year. She would always go, but it wasn't quite how it was supposed to be, so. But she's been, all the schooling this year, she's been so much better, and just she's matured so much over the winter. So I'm really excited about that. So tomorrow should be fun. We're going to school first thing and then head back over to Galway and then get ourselves set back up for the next 2 weeks, getting primed up for the event at the end of the month. There's a thoroughbred show this coming weekend, so a week from now. They're doing jumper rounds, dressage rounds, and they'll have cross country. If they're going to run it the same as they have done in the past, they'll have sort of little cross country rounds you can go and do as well. So that we're planning on that. That'll be a good schooling opportunity to get us ready for our prelim move up at the end of the month. But I will walk you guys around the course a little bit, show you a few neat things, and we'll check back in with you later. Say probably when we're back at Galway tomorrow. And there's lots more things I want to show you over there that I haven't got the chance to yet. So, alright, check back later. This was the first water we had. Excuse my man voice. Again, it's rather raspy. So we had that little log in, little bank out, and then you can see in the sort of the little distance that our sea is still flagged. So that was a fun little line we had. It rode pretty well. Twiggy landed from that log and had like a split-second hesitation going into the water. So if you watch my helmet cam, you'll see there's just a moment where I tip forward a little bit. But then she cantered through up the bank over the little log, and we were good and carrying on to the other parts. So we're walking up to the other water. I'll show you guys. This one's up sort of by the stabling. The other one's farther out in the middle of the field, sort of back behind us where we came. This is a super fun water. So I like at the way the waters are set up here. You have lots of different options. It's always something different. You have lots of different neat things you can do with it. So you can see that's the advanced corner in the water, which is really cool. And then for, say, all we had for training was, we just sort of cantered it over there, and then that brushy thing just beyond where I'm pointing, that was our fence 14. So pretty straightforward here as far as training goes, but that's just fine. So the line I want to school tomorrow is that little housey thing, say, or I could even just come in on the prelim jump. So you canter through, up that little bank, one stride across, down this log, and then take your pick of what you want to jump on the way out. I think intermediate had that little brushy thing, but just this bank part is what I want to school. So that'll be super fun. I did it on Sunny a couple years ago, and it was a blast. So yeah, right now it's the schooling is, for Twiggy, it's just about sort of introducing new things, new different things, because we can just go jump single jumps all day long. That's not what she needs. She needs different stuff. So like that we don't have at all in Alberta, and I'll never see that except for here. So it's sort of things you have to take advantage of while you have it. And that's sort of what I'm concentrating on with Twiggy right now, is all those strange things. Anything different, anything new is what I want to get her doing sort of right now while she's still learning and developing and coming up the levels. And here's our little corner we had. This is our second last fence. Really straightforward. Prelim, intermediate, and advanced had tables to their corners, which is really neat. And a good question right at the end of the course, so I might end up schooling a little bit of that tomorrow as well. But I'm heading back to take care of Twiggy. Say my battery's about to die, so my plan is to get my camera charged up and take some helmet cam tomorrow while we're schooling. Alright, talk to you guys later. Hi, honey. You hot? Yes, you're gonna eat me. Yes. It's a mystery. Good morning from Copper Meadows. It's our last day here. Monday morning. Supposed to be schooling cross country this morning, but Twiggy had other ideas. She was just a tiny bit colicky this morning, so instead of schooling, she got some Banamine and she'll get to go for a nice walk. Well, everybody else schools. They're warming up over there in the warm-up and then going to go do some fun things. So yeah, so Twiggy gets to go walking. She is already looking a little perkier than she did about half an hour ago, so that's good. So I'm sure she'll be perfectly fine. Hope she'll be perfectly fine, because last time I brought her to California, she colicked quite badly on my birthday, which was great. And my birthday's on Friday, so we hope to avoid that again. So yeah, I'll show you guys a few little clips of everybody else schooling, and we'll see you back at Galway this afternoon. Where are you going? Come on. Good girl. Ow. Come back. that was quick and easy. Basically just cantered around, did a little course, and now we're going back in. So, and Twiggy's obviously dying. So dead.